Hey guys, welcome back. Oh my goodness, I know it has been about 1 month since I last made soap, and bear with me, guys. I really just had to take a break because there were a few changes again. But anywho, today we're making this honeysuckle mantra swirl soap. And it is just such a beautiful soap. You guys need to wait till the end. This is one of my wins. You guys know now. Sometimes I have fails, sometimes I have wins. This is one of the wins. So wait till the end and see this beautiful soap and how I made it and the technique I used to get that beautiful mantra swirl design. So here I'm doing all the prep work. You guys already know how it's done. In this case, I'm not doing the usual, which is, measuring my oils first. In this case, I am dissolving my lye into my distilled water first. And by the way, I already added some citric acid to the distilled water. So the reason I'm doing this first this time is because I actually want the lye water solution to cool down, and so I'm going to dissolve this and keep it aside in the fridge. Actually I put it in the freezer and then I put it in the fridge because I didn't want any weirdness to happen because it was in the freezer. So yeah, you saw how hot it was there, and so I put it away in the fridge to cool down. And now I am measuring out my hard oils. So guys, I tweaked my recipe a little bit because I don't know. I just, for me, it's part of trying things. But this is not really new because this is actually kind of where I started. Like, I normally use about 7 different oils. But to be honest, I started with just 3 oils. Then I increased to 4, then I increased to 5, then to 6, then to 7. And so now I ran out of cocoa butter, and I do have avocado oil, but I just thought, what's the point? Avocado oil, like, what's actually the point? So I was just like, you know what? Yes, it is a very luxurious and, lovely oil and soap, but I found that soaps that I made with 5 oils actually did just as well. So I took off the cocoa butter and took off the avocado oil. And so in this recipe, we're using just shea butter, lard, coconut oil, castor oil, and olive oil. And so those are the only oils I've used for this recipe. So there I'm just leaving my hard oils to melt, and I've set them aside, and now I'm just working on the colors. So now this is activated charcoal mixed with just a tiny little bit of olive oil, and then I am kind of mixing that together so that it's as smooth as possible. And then here I use a yellow mica. I honestly don't know what these ones are called. I think it's Firefly, actually, from Nurture Soaps. So that's the mica that I've used here. It's a really nice bright yellow, and if you guys know me quite well, my favorite colors are actually like a yellow, mustard, orange, and then brown. Actually, brown is one of my favorite colors. Anywho, so now that was titanium dioxide mixed with distilled water. I'm going to show you guys something later that I've observed over time. So now I'm just adding my soft oils, and now in this case it is castor oil and olive oil. And then this is the fragrance oil I'm using. It's a honeysuckle from Nurture Soap. This actually is a bestseller. For some reason, all my customers love honeysuckle, and it sells out so fast. Like, you guys, this is the customer fave. Anywho, now we're adding some oats. Yeah. Because colloidal oats is good for your skin. It's soothing. It's just nourishing. It's everything that your skin wants. So why not? And then we're just gonna, blend that oats into the oils. And then I'm just doing some more temperature checks. You guys, I like to do temperature checks. What do I have a thermometer for? So you can see that the lye water came down to about 108 degrees Fahrenheit, which is not as cold as I wanted it, but not too bad. So now I'm just gonna add it into my oils, and I'm just gonna blend away. So I'll just blend that until it reaches an emulsion. If you can see, I really just blended a little bit and then stirred most of the time until, it the entire cloud forms properly. It doesn't look like there's streaks of oil. It is completely, you know, combined in there. Anyways, so when I do that, I then, it's reached an emulsion, I then pour out. So now it looks like I'm weighing, but I'm not actually weighing with any form of precision. It's just, sort of off the top of my head, kind of knowing how much I need for each bit of the parts of my soap, and that's just all I'm doing. So now I'm just pouring the batter in the different colors, and then I'm going to mix, and then I'm going to show you guys the technique I used for my pour. So here's what I said I was going to show you guys. Look at the temperature of the titanium dioxide. It's like much warmer. And what I realized is because that's the only one I mixed with water, it tends to get hotter. I always wondered why my titanium dioxide always like got really thick really fast. And I think that is the reason. It's because the water content is always slightly higher than, the rest of the batter. And so it just makes it get really thick really fast. So the more water you have, the thicker your trace will get, or the warmer, it gets warmer and subsequently gets thicker. So now I've just brought out my mold, and I am now going to proceed with my pour. Then I remembered that actually I wanted a type of black and white design in the middle, which meant that I had to pour both batters in the same container. And so I'm just using my spatula to sort of, pour it so it doesn't kind of drop down, since the titanium dioxide is very very thick, and you guys will even notice from the pour what happens. But now I'm keeping my fingers crossed, because we know that these things, they never turn out well. But yeah, so and then I'm proceeding with the pour. When you pour things like this, you can see underneath it there's some like butter leaking through. Don't worry about that, that always happens. So now you can also see that because the white was so thick, it wasn't pouring as fast as the black, and so the black poured more. So I had to use my spoon to kind of, or my spatula rather, to kind of guide the white so that it would also pour, because I wanted, the white to sort of stay in the middle, just like that. You can see that thin line in the middle. And then I still ended up taking the spatula and just filled in little bits, just to add some more white towards the middle, just the way I wanted it. And then after this, I'm going to proceed with swirling. And the swirl for the mantra is just drawing like the number 8. At first, when I started, I wasn't sure what I was doing, but then I got a hang of it, and yeah, I started drawing the number 8. So you just draw the number 8, and then I did mine really thinly close to each other so that like more swirls will show on each bar, and that's how the mantra swirl is done. And this was actually such a success. I was so happy. This is the next day now, Mom. Actually, it wasn't the next day. I waited 2 days. Yes, because I really wanted it to be thick in that mold. I didn't want a situation where it would break or anything. And these are just the hard ones that I always make for myself with like the remaining soap butter. And so this one's for my personal use. And yeah, so now we're just gonna proceed with the unmolding. And guys, can I just say, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Thank you for subscribing. I really hope you stick around. And if you're watching this for the first time, welcome as well. I hope you do subscribe on our channel, on my channel, our channel. It's all of us. We own it together. I show my soap making, the good and the bad. This is one of the good ones. So hey, 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 hey. But if you go through my channel, you're gonna see where I've made mistakes. We learn from my mistakes, and that's literally it. So please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that like button, because it really, really does help. So now I am just measuring out literally each bar and then I'm going to cut, and you guys will just see how lovely and beautiful this honeysuckle soap came out. Like, oh, like, I loved the back and the front of this soap. So pretty. Just look at that, the pattern, everything, and even the color combination. To be honest, the color for me was inspired by you know the school bus, and even the bus called Danfo in Nigeria. Yes, the Danfo, literally. In fact, it's not even the school bus alone, it was actually the Danfo that was really in my head. If you're Nigerian, you know what Danfo is, especially if you're Lagosian. So yeah, like, this was inspired by Danfo color, and yeah, so and if you're not Nigerian, you can just Google what Danfo means and you understand, you see what I mean. Or you could just think of the school bus as inspiration. But so yeah, this really turned out good. I was really, really impressed, especially since I felt like I was probably rusty after not having made soap in so long, and it still turned out well. Oh, so that is my social media handle. Make sure to go subscribe or follow me on Instagram so we can interact more, or TikTok or Pinterest. I am at Creamy Swords everywhere. So I wasn't sure if to stamp the soap or if to not stamp it. And sometimes, especially with this mantra swirl and even the Taiwan swirl, I do like to admire the designs on the soap without any form of stamp. And so I literally just decided I was going to leave it like this and not stamp it. And so that's what we ended up doing. I really hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope you learned a thing or two. If you're gonna try it, let me know. Give me a shout out. Reach out to me on Instagram. Let me see what you've created. I'd love to interact with you. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like I said. And thank you guys for watching. And are we at the end yet? No, no. Right. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Bye.